welcome to the Debrief 3 with
and Josephine from a series of unfortunate events.
The White Rabbit for also on and Queen Cleopatra. From where? Ancient Egypt. Where's she from? Right. Why are we dressed like this, you may be wondering? Because it was Book Week.
Book day.
They don't do a day here, they do a week.
Yeah, we do a whole week.
But today was the parade, so our classes were all dressed up and it was lovely. It was nice. I wouldn't know, I wasn't there. Why were you not there? But I'm injured and I've hurt my toe, so I can't walk very well. But around. we have missed you. It hasn't been the same actually. No. What can you do? It's my own fault, but we'll move on. You'll be back next week, hopefully. And I won't be on the trip on Monday, so that's annoying. No, I was looking forward to going to the farm.
Chickens.
No, don't even get me started. I'm gonna die.
No, I missed the pigs. Well, apparently one of them does chase your foot.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die as a chicken. Here, our chicken died at home actually. Yeah, just thought I'd bring that up.
Recently?
Yeah, yesterday.
Did you eat it?
No, got hit by a lorry. So. Anyway, this episode's kind of about what we did over Easter, because Easter was recently. I'm an Easter bunny as well, if you want to think about that. What else are we talking about? The term, how's it going, even though I've only been in for 2 days? It's been going, I don't know.
Well, technically, we started third term before Easter.
That's true.
But that just doesn't feel like it.
No. How was everyone's Easter? Sarah, it was your birthday over Easter?
Yes. We went to the Lake District with my sister. And it was great, yeah. We were just hiking all over. And got to see Wordsworth, where he carved his name, the famous poet. And Beatrix Potter.
Oh, I know who that is. Yes. Yeah. Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, I saw the Cabbage Patch and everything.
Peter Rabbit too.
Oh, yes!
So many rabbits. Yeah. Lovely.
It was very nice. How was yours?
Well, mine was eventful, to say the least. Like Easter holidays. Me and Hannah went to our friend's wedding, and my car broke down, and then that was an issue. Yeah. And then my toe got even worse. Yeah. I don't know what else happened over Easter. What else happened over Easter? Came back and got worse, went to the hospital. Easter was lovely. We went to our friend Nicola's wedding. Shout out Nicola. It was a really lovely day and good night. Good night's crack. Yeah. Laura was spinning on that dance floor like a good one. At one point it was just me and Hannah. Honestly, at one point it was just us and Sarah, but they were playing like the Macarena, the YMCA. But like,
you need good tunes.
I'm gonna say it. The Belfast City people that were there, people from Belfast, did not know those dances, and I don't understand. Uncultured people. So I think it must be country bumpkins like us that know the stuff. It must be. But the thing is, right, that wedding, I was a bit worried about the wedding because the food's bad at a wedding, and it's yes. But my standards the food was good. The food was unreal. It was. I stole a child's mash because they weren't going to eat it. So she did it instead. Wow. Yeah, she just said, "Go that food." And I had my infected toe there, and someone stepped on my toe, and it was the most painful experience of my life. I thought it was
on the dance floor.
No, it was a photo booth. It was very squished. Yeah. And then my brother turned 30, same as Sarah, over Easter. Woo. So we had like a little get together for him and spent lots of time with my niece. It's the squishiest. Shout out Ariella. If you're watching. She's not. She's just so squishy and walking, and I just was like, yeah. I spent time with my little cousins actually as well. So I never really see them. These will keep coming off, so I'm just going to take them off. Okay. So played football with my wee cousin, but I could, at the time, you know, the infected toes and it's prime. So I was really sore. So I said to him, I was like, I can only kick my left foot. Oh. Yeah. So. Oh no, I'm full footed. Oh, all right. Anyway, so term 3, how's it going for everyone so far? Sarah, how are you getting on?
Great.
Grade 6, you know?
Yes, well, we're just paring it down this term, adding a little bit more fun stuff. Because I want their last term to be. Was their last time primary? Term 2 was a lot of tests, a lot of work. They did so well. And now. Yeah. Wind down.
Well, we're not winding down in grade 5. We're being very serious in grade 5.
no fun. No,
That's it. I don't time. So, Sarah, did you teach lessons today after the book parade? Like your normal
Well,
way?
I had every good intention,
Okay.
but seeing the complete lack of focus, even though they were trying to focus, I was like, you know
give
what?
them credit where credit's due.
Well, you see, because I did, like, we went back after break and we did our spelling test in English, we did science and art as normal.
And were they
right.
okay?
I didn't have time to care. I'm sorry to say. I was like,
No, I mean, like, were they focused or
a little bit, but they were quite, but the normal Friday level of chaos anyway.
okay.
But I was like, I don't have time. Like, I have several science topics to try and squeeze in, so I'm a little bit behind in science, which is worrying me. But we always get there. And I think because it's a new grade teaching it for me and haven't quite realised, you know, when you've taught the same grade, Sarah, you'll know for a bit, you know which lessons
It's
like.
just,
do you know what?
So
we're gonna
good.
skip it. Ooh, that's bad. But you know what I mean. Whereas
No, but you know
you do
what
know
works, what
yeah.
doesn't.
So whereas I'm
Well-oiled
like,
machine.
I'm scared, so I'm like, right, we have to do everything. And some of the lessons, I'm like, you know what?
You know, I was thinking that too. I was like, you know, I put too much in term 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, wait a second, I didn't need to do that.
Term 2 went very fast, I think. So as to the
like, what?
well, we're finished history. So I feel like I could just add in science lessons.
Next week,
do that.
We're gonna learn Cleopatra next week. Maybe I should just come back to school next week dressed like this.
Should I wear this next week and say I didn't get to come
I
in?
think so.
I'm a bit fuming about that, not gonna lie.
Because we're gonna have a wee book fair.
But then can you wear it next year? If you wear it next week.
They'll forget.
Will they?
No.
Children never forget.
No, there's better memories than me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a bit stressed about term 3, not gonna lie. But
No, you'll be alright. If you finish history, you're grand.
Yeah, no. Because I'm hoping to finish, and then I'm going to do extra science. So I'm science 3 times a week.
Oh, you're going to kill them as well.
I'm going to kill them all. But they need to do it.
Science hard though.
Maths as well, we need to keep motoring.
Do you know why? Because, well, getting to our books for science, they're not that well spaced out.
I feel like
some topics have so much.
Yes, I agree.
Some have so little.
Yep.
What do you feel like? Want me to move your cup?
Yeah.
It's little injured too.
I'm injured too. And I just think like the science books add in more lessons than you need.
Yes, yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
And then it's the confidence of knowing, like we're saying, Sarah, you know after a year, like, do you know what?
Yeah.
There's lessons I'm like, next year, we're not doing that lesson.
Yeah.
Because they've got it in the previous lesson.
Well, if you followed that book, right, first term, first topic is plants, right? You know this there. And it's like 11 lessons.
It's huge.
For no reason.
11
That's like
lessons.
11 weeks if you do it once a week.
Yep. And that's like nearly term 1, you know.
Yeah.
Basically. And then you got Christmas show, so you aren't really teaching much.
No, see, I know. And then term 2 was like.
Term 2, we actually did quite a bit of science.
Term 2, you always think, oh, this is the longest term, just because it's like winter time. But it flies.
And now term 3, well, we're going to trip on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Sorry, Laura. And then we've like different things. There's always. Yeah.
It's a farm. It's going to be amazing.
Might be chickens attacking us.
I'm rich and I won't get to see the pigs. I love pigs. I think they're so cute.
Oh, they're pigs.
We get to, and we're getting to feed the donkeys.
Okay, we'll not talk about
Sorry,
it.
Laura, we'll not talk about it.
You guys just to take the other day.
Term 3 always seems busy. Like we did our school pictures this week as well.
Oh yes,
and
I was into that.
It was stressful.
I didn't miss that day.
We weren't even organising it, and it was chaotic for us.
I hated school. I hate photographs in general. Should we rank the terms from best to worst?
Like from this year or
just
overall?
Just popped into my brain. Overall.
Yeah. Overall.
What's the best? Right, we'll start with the worst. What's the worst term? No, I would say you can do it from like, you could split it up.
Yeah.
So you could go from like
term 1's quite long.
September to October is like your first part, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then October to, and then November, December is your second part of term 1. Is that right?
November to December is the worst.
I agree.
But that's not just term 2. No,
that's term 1.
1B, isn't it?
1B, we'll say that.
Because you've no days off, no public holidays, and you have to practice for the Christmas show. Yes. And it's just chaotic.
And try to fit in academics.
Yep. So I think it's the worst.
Yep. And behaviour sometimes gets a bit worse.
Behaviour's gone.
Yeah, I think I agree with you too. Term 1B is the worst. Term 3
Sorry, I'm just like,
A usually is the worst because you
Yes.
start to realize, wait, I need to squish this in.
Yes.
But I love term 3B and I cry because that's been
Yes.
gone.
No, term
Don't even, I'm
3B
gonna
is-
cry.
I love it, but I hate it.
I actually really like 1A as well.
The first.
I
love
love,
the- I love
yeah.
September to October
Meet the
midterm.
class,
I think
you have
that's
the
my
whole year ahead of
favorite.
you,
Yeah,
yes.
Term 2 is somewhere in the middle. It's like
Okay, term 2 is hard because you get up and it's dark outside and it's
Yes.
cold.
Yeah.
And
The
here-
first, no, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The first part of term 2 is the worst, and then
Mhm.
the part after February I didn't actually mind.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
February
that's quite.
midterm.
That might be the nicest.
We did sports day, and sports day is quite nice
Yes.
actually.
Yeah,
I quite like
sports
sports day.
days.
Yeah.
I love sports days.
You have another time.
Hi.
You sit on
Great.
those chairs. It's lovely.
I was not sitting where we used to.
Here's something.
When you get the older kids, they're just
I know, I was-
independent, you
I was
know.
flapping.
And then I got asked to play football, and I was like, I was scared for my life. Oh my goodness.
I know they all just follow the ball.
I knew, and I'm like, okay. But no, and then term 3. Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not. No, the worst is 1B. Honestly, like it's that.
It's the Christmas show. It's the stress and all that.
Like
there,
I
Tara.
love the Christmas. Like, I love it.
It would be
When it's
fine.
over.
It would be fine if you were doing one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no Christmas show or just Christmas show.
And you didn't have
It's
like.
the fact you have to do two things. You have to
Yes.
teach
And then
and you
it's
just
great.
juggle.
My mom's still do a thing where they do a show every year.
See,
well,
we kind of
we kind of do that too. So like last year it was more of a carol service and
Yeah.
readings, which was nice.
Oh yeah,
And
no, that's
then
nice.
Let's
aye.
rehearse.
Then it's a big show.
Yeah, I remember my primary
Mm.
school we did a big production of Cinderella, and I was like, and we did a carol service as well. I remember because I had to do a Bible reading. I remember it was easy.
So, yeah. In term 3B, best term, because you're more chill. You've done your progress
It's done,
tests.
yeah.
They've done all their tests. They've done everything. And it's just you're just keeping them entertained for 2 weeks.
I'll be
Sad.
teaching to the end of the. I'll be teaching to the last day.
Might get mine out and teach them to play rounders.
Aye.
Oh, should we do grade 3 versus 5 rounders?
Because they already don't really like each other.
We should do it.
Do they not like each other?
No, they do not.
Some beef in our class.
I
Like.
know we don't. Subscribe, like and subscribe. We'll be
Pray
back.
for my toe.
Yes, please pray for her too. We'll be back to normal next week.
Bye.
Bye.